Gerrit Cole's return to being a healthy pitcher is imminent, as the Star has given us a huge update to go over that is going to have a big impact on free agency for the Yankees after they have shown interest in one of the best pitchers on the market, and we are going to go over all of this. There's a lot to discuss on the Yankees right now as free agency is underway, and a lot of pitchers do tend to sign fairly quickly, at least compared to other players, and we are going to waste no time jumping right into everything regarding the Yankees, regarding what their plans look like going forwards, especially in light of the news that Gerrit Cole's rehab is going absolutely as good as possible. And before we jump into everything, guys, if you're a part of that 69% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss a single New York Yankees update that we're coming out with multiple times a day, every single day. But let's jump right into it, guys. A lot to go over on the team right now, because obviously one of the biggest storylines was Gerrit Cole going down with the injury before the season even started last year. Played 2 games in spring training, clearly was injured, opted for Tommy John surgery. We haven't seen Cole pitch since, but it is a matter of time now as we have a huge update regarding Gerrit Cole. I mean, first of all, just considering everything, considering how good the man has been with the Yankees, going 59-28 throughout his Yankee career that spanned over 6 years, 5 of them where he's appeared in, having a 3.12 ERA, 915 strikeouts in those 125 appearances has been absolutely incredible. He's won a Cy Young in that span and been the Yankees ace for 5 straight years, 3 of them being one of the best aces in baseball. And then obviously his most recent season, he was injured for half the time and would have had an ERA below 3, but however, some home runs by Rafael Devers and a bad outing against the Mets changed that because he did only appear in half the games. Now, in regards to Gerrit Cole's comeback, what we have seen, according to Cole's, we're looking forward to getting back out there, getting back to spring training, and getting it revved up for next year. So Cole already talking about spring training. No, that is not Dave Portnoy. That is Gerrit Cole. He is already talking about playing in spring training and pitching in spring training, which is exactly like Gerrit Cole after everything we know about him. And Brendan Cuddy revealed that Scott Boras said Gerrit Cole feels great and is in great shape, and even sent him a video of him pitching the other day with Boras saying he's excited. He has all the weapons available to him. So everything regarding Cole looks good, and now we're seeing from Cole himself that he wants to be out there and be ready to start warming up in spring training. This does not mean he would start games. This does not mean he would start the regular season. Gerrit Cole is not going to be a part of the Yankees starting rotation in the beginning of the year. He's probably going to miss some time. How much time? Not that much, according to all reports. Even dating back a couple months ago, we've seen reports about Cole from Cashman, who said this, from Aaron Boone, who said this, that, look, Cole's not going to be ready by the beginning of next year. I mean, Cashman even said this recently, while also adding on that Carlos Rodon, who went down with a surgery to his elbow, removing some loose bodies and shaving down a bone spur, also is not expected to be ready for opening day for the Yankees. But as Cashman kind of looped them in together, saying both guys will be back shortly into the season. So it's not like that they're going to be gone forever or even for some long span of time. It could be anywhere from probably 3 to 5 weeks is my guess. Cole got the surgery before opening day. So because of that, usually Tommy John takes a little over a year, and that's going to be a huge part of this going forwards. So obviously, in regards to Cole, he is someone that just having him back is going to be so important when it does happen, which should likely be in around, I would say, early-ish May is my guess right now. I would go the first or second week of May. Let's expect Gerrit Cole to be back. I do imagine Rodon will be back a little bit before Cole as well, just based off he wasn't supposed to miss time in the first place. Now, on top of all that, it's just having Cole again. It's going to be super important based off the fact that this is a guy who has a 5-2 record in the playoffs with the Yankees with an ERA of 2.93 and 78 strikeouts in 12 appearances. Mind you, one of those appearances, he played absolutely horribly. It was a wild card game, and Cole didn't have it. And he had pitched through 2 innings, allowed 3 runs, has that ERA of 13.5. But outside of that, his ERA has never been above 3, and all those he actually did have longer stays where he was appearing in multiple games, whether it was that, I mean, basically, you know, the World Series run or even back in just the earlier 2020s when we first had him. And again, he just was everything we ever could have hoped he would be when we signed him in the first place. Cole's been that guy, so having him back is going to be huge, especially because the Yankees, we do know they want to add more pitching. It's no secret that Brian Cashman usually says the phrase that you could never have enough pitching before going out there and constantly adding more pitching to the team. I mean, even just look throughout this recent tenure, over the past couple of years, in the Aaron Judge era alone, the Yankees have made 3 blockbuster starting pitcher acquisitions throughout that time. First, signing Gerrit Cole. Then after that, Cole wasn't enough, so they brought in Carlos Rodon. Carlos Rodon struggled, came back, struggled a little less. So what the Yankees do, decided they still didn't have enough pitching, and instead of trading for someone, they just went right back out to the open market and said, nope, we lost Juan Soto, that money we were going to pay Soto. Let's pay Max Fried, one of the best left-handed pitchers in baseball and one of the best pitchers in baseball, where Fried proved to be an ace guy and a Cy Young candidate, meaning that even if Cole isn't to return to his normal self, the Yankees are still going to have at least one Cy Young candidate in Max Fried. Rodon found his way in some of those talks, and the way Cam Schlittler plays, it feels like it's a matter of time before he's there too. The pitching staff is good, but it could always be better if you ask Cashman, and the Yankees, they are looking at exterior options still, as we see right here, as the New York Yankees do like Lucas Giolito as a potential option, according to John Heyman. Giolito is not the best pitcher on the market, but he is a very good pitcher on the market. The top pitcher is Framber Valdez, who isn't going to change the world. He's not a Cy Young guy. Can he be a second or third arm? Absolutely he can, and he's going to get paid quite well. Because, again, he's a good player who does have a lot of playoff experience. So when we consider that, he's someone who's going to matter. I mean, on top of that, Dylan Cease had a down year, but he's talented. But still, Giolito, he's not coming for free, man. Like, he is a good player still. He did have a 3.41 ERA last season, started 26 games, and had a bounce-back year. He's not a strikeout guy. His whip was a little bit more elevated than you would want it to be. But Giolito has had many good years in the MLB and had a very solid year this year where he would give the Yankees a back-end starter if they want to add another one. And, I mean, he's not a bad back-end starter. If he was healthy, the Red Sox would have pitched him in Game 3 of the Wild Card Series against the Yankees. The thing is, when healthy, the Yankees have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball, with Cole, Fried, Rodon, Schlittler right there, rounding that out, and also having to choose between Will Warren or Luis Gil as a 5th guy, both of whom are very good. Adding in Giolito gives him another veteran to use in case maybe some of those young guys aren't panning out as well in their 2nd or 3rd year, depending on who we're talking about here. Gil's definitely dealt with injuries, and I would not be surprised if he's in the bullpen going into this season. Meanwhile, if Will Warren or Cam Schlittler feels like they're not working out, I doubt that happens with Schlittler, and honestly, Warren looks really good in his own right. It just looks like he's going to take a little longer and also not be as good as Schlittler. But still, I like the idea of having interest in Giolito, but he's not going to come for free, as I mentioned. He's very talented, as we can see right here in regards to market value. Lucas Giolito is projected to be at $20.5 million on average annual value. So that's around $20 million per year the Yankees would be spending on Giolito. The 31-year-old has had an up-and-down career and doesn't look to get a very long-term contract. It would likely be a 2 to 3 year deal that Giolito ends up signing. I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather pay around $2.5 million more for Michael King. I would rather just have Michael King and say, you know what? We are going to start Michael King. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use Michael King. He's going to be in the rotation, and we're going to pay him to do so. Again, the Yankees, they want to go for crazy pitching. They want their pitching to be one of the best in the MLB, and when healthy, it is. But they want to ensure that even if it's not fully healthy, they still have the arms to get through whatever it takes. And frankly, right now, it feels like they do. Obviously, they didn't perform against the Blue Jays, but at the end of the day, it does feel like they still do have those arms. On top of that, they have other areas to add as well that I'm also thinking about. If they go for Giolito, I'm not going to dislike the move if they sign him, but I would prefer that money to get aggregated on a different position, specifically somewhere on one of the sides of the infield, because obviously Ben Rice and Jazz are fine. You know what side of the infield I'm talking about. I don't mind Ryan McMahon. I think he's a fine 8-9 hole hitter, especially with the great glove that he has, and also he's got a good energy to him and players like him. At the same time, I don't think that Ryan McMahon, Anthony Volpe, and Austin Wells all work together. It's a lot of just low contact hitting for 3 guys at the bottom of your order. It just doesn't feel like a good idea whatsoever. Wells isn't going anywhere, and that means that one of McMahon or Volpe has to come out of that lineup. Obviously, most people want it to be Volpe, and he's not going to be healthy starting the year alongside Cole, Verdon, and others as well. So we'll see Jose Caballero in that role, but I'd rather the Yankees, even if it's a short-term deal for someone, going out there and getting a shortstop, whether that's in free agency, whether that's the trade market, and use some of the money there. We know that Hal Steinbrenner wants to cut money, but there's some areas where the Yankees do have to spend. What do you guys want to see them do? When do you want to see Gerrit Cole come back? Do you expect Gerrit Cole to be the ace? Do you expect Max Fried to be the ace? Is it going to be Cam Schlittler already? What's it going to be looking like? Let me know that in those comments down below. Like this video, subscribe so you don't miss a single New York Yankees update. Turn on post notifications. Have a great day. Go Yankees.